The Prodigal Son, a story of reckless grace. Once upon a time, there was a wealthy man who had two sons. The older was steady and responsible, the kind who rose early to work the fields and manage the estate with care. The younger, however, was restless. He longed for more than the quiet life at home. He wanted freedom, excitement, and adventure. One day, the younger son approached his father with a bold request. "Father, give me my share of the inheritance now." The father looked at his son, his eyes filled with sorrow and love. Still, he divided his wealth and gave the younger his portion. Not long after, the young man packed up and left for a far-off country. There, he lived wildly, spending money on parties, fine clothes, and fast living. For a while, he felt invincible. But as quickly as the money came, it vanished. The friends disappeared. The laughter faded. Then a famine swept through the land. Broke and desperate, the young man took the only job he could find, feeding pigs for a local farmer. Hungry and humiliated, he found himself longing to eat the scraps the pigs were eating. And then he came to his senses. "How many of my father's servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death," he thought. "I will go back home and say, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me like one of your hired workers.'" With that, he began the long journey home, rehearsing his apology with every step. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him. And instead of waiting with arms crossed in judgment, the father ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. "Father," the son began, trembling, "I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father interrupted. "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. Let's feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." The house filled with music and laughter. But out in the fields, the older son heard the celebration. When he learned what it was for, he was furious. He refused to go inside. So the father came out to him too. "All these years," the older son said bitterly, "I've served you. I never disobeyed. Yet you never gave me even a goat to celebrate with my friends. But when he comes home, after wasting your money, you throw him a feast?" The father looked at his oldest with deep love. "My son, you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad, because your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." This story isn't just about one wayward son. It's about two sons, one who runs far and one who stays close but grows bitter. And it's about a father whose love runs deeper than shame, whose grace is extravagant, and whose joy over a returning heart is louder than judgment.